Okay, fine. Let's start now. Good morning to all of you, and congratulations to all who, close to the cutoff, scored above the cutoff, and congratulations to all those who, try to improve yourself, improvise yourself. And after the test, it was not that kind of a difficult paper, but it's a moderate paper. It's a moderate paper, and again, this time also many of you have the same concerns. You end up with the same concerns like silly errors. You may say that, sir, because of silly errors I lost to so many marks. Okay, silly errors. You see that you are appearing for civil service examination, still you say that you make silly errors. That means careless errors, silly errors or careless errors. Okay, you cross to 21 and above, am I right? Okay, you are not like a small baby, you are not a crawling baby, and you make silly errors. You read the question, you understand the question, again you come up with the wrong answers. Reason for that is silly errors. So you have to be conscious here. How long will you be silly when it comes to this exam preparation? Silly errors, careless errors. So you have to be careful when you attempt this exam. When you attempt this exam, everybody gets that 120 minutes here. 2 hours, everyone gets 2 hours. ABCD papers are there, but the questions are same. The format is same, the pattern is same, and you have been practicing the questions, UPSC questions, previous year's questions, and these what kind of UPSC model questions for long, am I right? Then how long will you say that you make, because of the silly errors, careless errors, you lost marks? See, hurry conclusions. All the time I tell you, I insist you, don't come up with the, don't be hazed while attempting the questions. Read and understand the questions here. Read and understand the questions, go for all the choices. An answer code sometimes can be, the last one can be all of the above. You see that answer code A is one only or two only, that can be the right one also. First choice you see, that is correct one, and in a hurry you make, that is your answer, but the final one is all of the above, that always you miss. So don't ever attempt UPSC questions, especially coming to prelims. Don't be in hurry. Okay, that will fetch you negative marks here. Okay, again there is sometimes you apply your logic. What kind of the logics, even God doesn't know what kind of the logic you applied. Okay, your logic is totally, out of the context here. You apply your intellectual guess, you apply your some logical elimination, you apply into questions. 100 questions every year, maybe 25 to 30 questions is directly from your syllabus, what you have prepared. But 40, 50, 60 questions can be is some sort of alien questions or difficult questions or strange questions where you are supposed to apply your elimination, am I right? Where you are supposed to apply your elimination, your science, your math, your history, your geography, your economy, different subjects. You have to apply your elimination. Elimination should be in such a way that, it should make some sense. You know, elimination, the best strategy of paper 1 or paper 2 is eliminating one by one, and finally you come up with that right answer. But the most cases, what kind of the elimination you apply. I am confused, you are confused, everyone is confused what elimination you applied. Then there is another mistake or another issue, which is 50-50 dilemma. Okay, two choices you eliminated. You know that the two are most contradictory choices or out of the context, strange choices, or maybe no sense. You eliminated. Two choices are there, and maybe you have confusions with those concepts of two choices. Okay, this is also it's a regular problem for many aspirants. They eliminated two choices, and the problem is with the remaining two choices, 50-50 dilemma. And the solution, what is the solution for that? What is the solution for that? What is the solution for that? Yeah. See, practice is the only solution. For all these concerns, all these tensions, there is only one solution. That solution is, that is practice. Okay, that is, if your purpose is, or maybe the mission of the life is simply sitting and reading something, see, you are not going to clear this exam. You have to read, you have to revise. Along with that, simultaneously, you must practice also. How many of you guys practice 100 questions every day? It's a question, yeah, Suraj. Okay, I'm asking you, you do your reading, your revisions and all these things going good. You know, newspaper reading, chatting, all those things are okay. But my question is, how many of you practice at least 100 questions every day? At least 100 questions. You can do that to break down. 50, 50, 25, 75, whatever. But you do that at least 100 questions every day. How many days left for you this exam? How many days? This is not to put you in pressure, you know, not to put you in the pressure cooker, but this is the reality which you have to accept. Only this much days left for the exam, still you are that blah blah kind of attitude following, looking outside, watching this, watching that. What kind of the preparation you are doing? Be serious with your preparation, guys. See, not revised well. Still the excuse is like, sir, I not revised well. Will you think that the chairman of the UPSC will come and save you? Will sit right side, left side and support you? Oh, my sweet boy, girl. Okay, now conceptual clarity. What is the solution? What is the solution? Eh? What is the solution? What is the solution? Yeah. You have to work hard here. If you don't have the conceptual clarity, nobody can save you. Okay, the core subjects are the definite subjects are there: history, economy, geography, polity, environmental science, and these current affairs, at least 2 years current affairs. You have to make the conceptual clarity in every subject, in every module. UPSC will not have something from outside here. UPSC has a definite syllabus and you have to thorough that syllabus. You have to study, you have to prepare according to that demand of the syllabus. You always say that the UPSC asked outside, UPSC asked outside. What kind of the nonsense you are speaking? Take every year's questions here, 100 questions are there. At least 85 questions or 90 questions directly they asked you from the syllabus only. Whatever is given in the syllabus, you know the syllabus of economy, you know the syllabus of history, geography, polity, environmental science, this is science and tech. It has a definite syllabus for every subjects and they are asking from the syllabus only. From the syllabus related areas only, and the so-called alien questions can be very lesser percentage here. Even the current affairs is also there, that is also part of the syllabus. You have to prepare well. Okay, if you guys simply like just for the sake of showing or showing off, that will not help you. You have to do this, you have to prepare well, you have to revise well. Every time you are blaming UPSC, blaming you are like somebody else, and you say that yes, because of that, because of this. Try to find out what is your potentials. Try to improve yourself. Try to find out your strength and weakness. Yeah. Yes, time consuming. How many of you go for 4 rounds of reading of the questions? How many of you do that? Hari, will you do that? How many times? 2 times. 3 times. You have to go for 4 rounds of reading. Am I right? First and second rounds you will be finishing that easy type of questions or easy to moderate type of questions. Then there is third and fourth rounds where you have to attempt, because your target is, I don't think that all the 100 questions are familiar to you. Okay, maybe maximum it's 35 to 40. That is the hardcore reality here. But still it's in order to cross the cutoff. In order to cross the cutoff, you have to attempt maximum number of questions with accuracy. Same time, you have to be very careful about that negative marking. Am I right? Am I right? You have to attempt the questions with the maximum accuracy. So you must learn that art of attempting maximum questions in just that 120 minutes. You will not get to that 120 minutes, yeah? Am I right? So this is again very important. You must learn that art of time management when it comes to prelims examination, both your paper 1 and CSAT. Many guys are facing problem with the CSAT. Many guys fail prelims because of CSAT. They end up with 25 to 30 questions. Even they are not able to attempt 50-55 questions in CSAT. Are you getting the logic? എല്ലാ തവണയും ഈ പറഞ്ഞ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയാവുന്നതാണ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾ അറിയേണ്ടതാണ്. പക്ഷെ അറിഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ എല്ലാ വർഷവും ചെയ്യുന്ന സെയിം ക്രൈം ഇത് തന്നെയാണ്. ശരിയല്ലേ? ഇതൊക്കെ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു തരേണ്ട കാര്യമല്ല. യു ജസ്റ്റ് ട്രൈ ടു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് ദാറ്റ്. നിങ്ങൾ തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും മേ ബി ഇതിൽ ലാസ്റ്റ് അറ്റംപ്റ്റ് കൊടുത്തവരുണ്ടാവും, ഫ്രഷേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ടാവും, അതിന് മുമ്പ് അറ്റംപ്റ്റ് കൊടുത്തവരുണ്ടാവും. അറ്റംപ്റ്റ് കൊടുത്തവരൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുന്ന സെയിം മിസ്റ്റേക്സ് തന്നെയാണ് ഇത്. എല്ലാ വർഷവും ഇത് റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. നിങ്ങൾ സ്വയം നിങ്ങളെ തന്നെ ഇമ്പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാൻ ശ്രമിക്കൂ, ചേഞ്ചസ് കൊണ്ടുവരാൻ ശ്രമിക്കൂ. ഞാൻ ഈ മിസ്റ്റേക്സ് ഇത് തന്നെ എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ യെസ് സാർ ഇതെല്ലാം മിസ്റ്റേക്സ് ആണ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നതല്ലാണ്ട് അത് ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യാനോ ഇമ്പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാനോ ശ്രമിക്കുന്നില്ല. അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്തെങ്കിലേ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഈ എക്സാം ക്രാക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. See, negative attempts, that is also a problem with many guys. ചുമ്മാ കണ്ണടച്ച് അങ്ങോട്ടേക്ക് അറ്റംപ്റ്റ് കൊടുക്കുകയാണ്, വെറുതെ അങ്ങ് അറ്റംപ്റ്റ് കൊടുക്കുകയാണ്. ആർക്ക് വേണ്ടി? ആരെ ബോധിപ്പിക്കാൻ? നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സമ്മാനം കിട്ടുമോ? 100 ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് കണ്ണടച്ച് അറ്റംപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ സമ്മാനം തരുമോ UPSC? See, tensions, fear, anxiety. Again, another problem. You say that, sir, I have full of tension, anxiety. യാർ എല്ലാവർക്കും ഉണ്ട് ടെൻഷനും ഫിയറും ആൻഷൈറ്റിയൊക്കെ. എന്ത് കാര്യം ചെയ്യുന്നവനും ഏത് ബിസിനസ് ചെയ്യുന്നവനും എന്ത് അഫെയറിൽ ഏർപ്പെടുന്നവനും അതിൻ്റെതായ ടെൻഷനും ഫിയറും ആൻഷൈറ്റിയൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. When it comes to, see, നിങ്ങൾ ആക്ച്വലി ലൈഫിൽ if you really wish to like overcome this, if you really wish to clear this, you must overcome this fear, anxiety or that kind of the issues നെ ഓവർകം ചെയ്യാൻ ശീലിക്കൂ, അത് ശീലമാക്കൂ. മനസ്സിലായില്ലേ? അല്ലാണ്ട് എപ്പോഴും പറയുന്ന പതിവ് പല്ലവി റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കരുത്. ഐ ഹാവ് ദ പ്രോബ്ലംസ് സാർ, ഐ ഹാവ് ഫിയർ, ഐ ഹാവ് ദിസ്, ലൈക്ക് ബോധം കെടുന്ന അവസ്ഥ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഐ ഹാവ് ദിസ് കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് ദ ടെൻഷൻസ് ആൻഡ് ഓൾ. You try to എന്താ പറയാ, you try to overcome such kind of the emotional imbalances. Okay, then only you can prove in the life, not only in the UPSC, in the entire life. If you really wish to be successful, you have to overcome such kind of the weaknesses. Okay, so these issues I have seen, I interacted with many of you guys and I got these are the tensions for many of you guys. Try to overcome, try to find solutions to these issues, because you people only have solutions with you. Am I right? I can't say that Merlin this is the solution or this is the solution, you have to do like this. You have to find the best method of applying that solution into your exams. Am I right? So solutions I can suggest you, but in relation to as far as its application is concerned, that you have to decide here, not me. Am I right? You have to decide, or you have to learn that art of applying that particular solution into your problems. I have seen many guys still below the 50. It is just because of your carelessness, it is because of your silly errors you are below 50. You are too careless. I won't agree that you are kind of like like ass kind of people, or maybe it's too stupid kind of guys. I know you are extra. I mean, I know your potentials, but still those guys are below 50 because of your carelessness. Because of this paper is not that kind of a tough paper. Purposefully I set paper a moderate paper. Am I right? Shirile. Now let's see. You just look into the questions here. This is question number 1. Consider following statements with respect to constitutional developments during this British Raj. Consider following statements with respect to constitutional developments during this British Raj. So in the history, certain areas are very, very important for you. For example, the constitutional reforms. Am I right? Constitutional reforms. What all things you will study? Constitutional reforms. What all things you will study when you approach these constitutional reforms? Actually, what is the demand of UPSC? Yeah? See, you have to take care of their provisions. Am I right? You have to take care of their provisions or their recommendations. That's very important for you. Recommendations, that is very, very important for you. You must know their cause and effect. Cause and effect means effect can be the responses also. Effect can be the responses also. I mean, on what backgrounds a particular parliamentary law is enacted, on what backgrounds a particular act is passed, and what were the responses? What were the responses or reactions to that particular act? This thing is very, very important for you. In fact, so many questions UPSC framed from this particular concept, the recommendations or provisions of various acts. They interchange the provisions or recommendations of various acts. Okay, so that's very, very important for you. And constitutional reforms, from where to where you study here? Regulating Act, am I right? Regulating Act, yes, 1773 up to, yeah, you can go for that Independence Act 1947, but still, most importantly speaking, Government of India Act 1935, the structural part of the Indian Constitution. Am I right? So these concepts are important for you. These constitutional developments are very, very important for you. Just to look into this question, three statements are there. Charter Act 1793 laid the foundation of government by written laws, regulations in contrary to personal rule of the past rulers. First statement. Are you aware about this? Manurajan, are you aware about this statement? Many of you guys don't know. No issues. Leave it. Second statement. Act of 1813 empowered the Governor General to legislate for whole of the British territories in India. You are aware about this? Aishwarya, are you aware about it? Okay, no issues. Who cares? Leave it. Go for the third one. Regulating Act of 1733 accounted for the codification of laws in India. Okay, 1773, 1733, almost, if you are careless, it will hit your brain like it is same only. Am I right? It is known as carelessness. When you look into this, if even myself also, when I started reading this, I read it like a 1773. Actually written there 1733. Am I right? So actually there is no sense in 1733. British Parliament for the first time they enacted a law for Indian administration or regulation of East India Company. That is 1773 only. And in 1773 it is just a regulation only. There is no codification of law. There is no Indian Penal Code. There is no law commission. Am I right? So you know that the third statement is absolutely wrong statement. It makes no sense. So come to the codes given here. Come to the codes given here. Only one code, that is giving 2 and 3 only. Even if you don't know the statement 1 and 2 also, here is the solution. You know that the third statement is a wrong statement. The question is asking for not correct one. Because D choice is none of the above. Then C, A is 1 only, B is 1 and 2 only, and C is only giving 2 and 3 only. 3 is the not correct one. You know that the question is asking for not correct one and third statement is not correct one. Am I right? So without even knowing the first and second, you come to the answer. This is not, ഇത് ചുമ്മാ നിങ്ങളെ ത്രസിപ്പിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ അല്ല. ഇതേ പാറ്റേണിൽ UPSC ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിക്കാറുണ്ട്. ഇതേ പാറ്റേൺ, just to check 2019, 2021. Same pattern UPSC asked in the previous years. Am I right? So this is kind of certain element of elimination you can apply. This is the common sense you can apply into solving these questions. That is question number 1. So here your answer has to be the not correct they are asking, second is not correct, and third is not correct, because 1813 is not that that is not the act which is centralized to this Indian administration, which is 1833, where this William Bentinck is appointed as the first Governor General of India. Governor General of India in council become the central authority of Indian administration. Okay, Bombay Calcutta presidencies got directly subordinated to, Bombay Madras presidencies got directly subordinated to Calcutta presidency. Moving on to question number 2. Consider the following statements regarding Constituent Assembly. Constituent Assembly is important because recently India celebrated 75th anniversary of the first sitting of the Constituent Assembly. So you must know the basic concepts regarding this Constituent Assembly. That is very, very important for you. Very, very important for you. Yesterday I have done a video on that. Okay. So coming to this is again a 3 statement type of questions. Always take care. UPSC has this ABCD type of questions. ABCD type of questions. UPSC has 2 statement type of questions. 2 statement type of questions. UPSC has 3 statement type of questions. 3 statements type of questions. UPSC has 4 statement type of questions. Sometimes if you are lucky enough, even 5 statement type of the questions also you will get. Okay, then you have that match the pair type of questions. Match the pair type of questions. Am I right? Yes, you have that negation type of questions. You have negation type of questions. You have that description type of questions. What is description type of questions? Description type of questions, yeah? A description is given and you have to identify that event, personality or a particular thing. Am I right? Description type of questions are there. UPSC has map based questions. UPSC has map based questions and many more. At least you should be very familiar with the pattern of UPSC questions. At least you should know what type of the questions being asked in this exam. Be very familiar with that so that you can avoid 50% or 60% of the silly errors. Be familiar with the pattern of the questions. Now coming to this, British accepted demand for a constituent assembly for the first time in the Cripps mission of 1940. Okay, on seeing 1940, something will strike in the mind or something regarding constituent assembly happened in this 1940. But this Cripps mission not happened in 1940. Which year Cripps mission happened here? 1942, because you already learned that the failure of the Cripps mission resulted in this launch of Quit India movement. Okay, the failure of the Cripps mission proposals, it is not it couldn't satisfy the demands or aspirations of Indian national leadership. It failed because of that Quit India is launched. Am I right? So that happened in 1942. Cripps mission is not in 1940. Okay, what was in 1940? August offer was in 1940. In fact, Constituent Assembly, British accepted demand for the Constituent Assembly for the first time, that is in 1940 only, that is in August offer, not in Cripps mission. So the first one is wrong. Now see, if you eliminate that, the first one is wrong, you eliminate choice A and choice D, am I right? Because here they are asking for the correct one. You eliminated A and D, what is left with you? What is left with you? B and C only. And just look into that B and C, what is common in both? What is common in both? What is common in both? 3 is common in both, am I right? If you check B and C, 3 is common in both. You will come to an assumption that 3 is correct one. Okay, A and D you eliminated and remaining B and C, out of these 3 is common in both. That means 3 is correct one. That is the logic you applied. Now you just check the validity of the second statement only. Coming to second statement, Cabinet Mission Plan eventually resulted in the formation of Constituent Assembly, which was convened in 1946. Some basic sense you must have. Basic knowledge you should have. Don't think that I will apply elimination into everything. Okay, some basic concepts must be very thorough with you. Cabinet Mission, of course, that was the, yes, Cabinet Mission is the like a mission which formally announced that, proposal for Constituent Assembly for drafting Constitution of India. That statement is correct only. That statement is correct only. Your answer is 2 and 3 only. And this Constituent Assembly acted as the temporary legislature until new one is constituted. So 2 and 3 makes your answer. Coming to the next is, yeah, you can go for the questions like 3. What is 3? 3, they are asking for who of the following was associated with All Village Industries Association. All Village Industries means you can go for Gandhiji. Okay, something which is related to village reconstruction. Am I right? Reviving of this village economy and village self-sufficiency and promotion of the khadi, promotion of this charkha or promotion of handicraft industries, or maybe like a government which is centralized on the people or villages or a stateless industries, that kind of the concepts. Of course, the hero is Gandhiji. Am I right? The hero is Gandhiji. Now these, consider the following statements with respect to revolt of 1857. 1857 revolt. So 1857 revolt, again very important for you. 1857, so many times repeatedly they asked you question from 1857. Let me ask you, Sruthi, what all things you will focus on 1857? What all things you will focus on 1857? Yeah, the courses are very important. The courses are short-term courses and long-term courses are there. Am I right? Short-term, long-term courses are there. Short-term, long-term effect are also there. So you should know the courses of this. Courses means multi-dimensional courses. Am I right? Economic, social, political, religious, cultural, international courses of 1857 revolt. That is very important. Shall I say the failure of the British in the Crimean War is also a reason? The reverses British faced in the Crimean War is also a reason for 1857 revolt. The reverses they faced in the first Anglo-Afghan War is a reason for 1857 revolt. You have to connect, interlink international events with the national events, because that is the way UPSC recently, started asking questions. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. So you should know the causes. All the causes of this 1857 revolt, you must know their characteristics. Characteristics of 1857 revolt. You must know their senders and the leaders. Okay, senders and the leaders. And finally, the consequences, short and long term consequences of this revolt, and also their significance. Okay, administrative changes which brought after this 1857 revolt. All those things are important for you. So that both the statements are correct only regarding 1857 revolt. Certain facts are there which you have to study in every subjects. Am I right? You have to study in every subjects. Now question number 5 is again, it's a chronological sequence. This is also one of the favorite area of UPC. Chronology based questions are there. Chronologically rearrange the events. You check all the years, you know, at least one chronology question is there. So you must know the timeline of the events of history. You must know the timeline of the events of the history. Various enactments of these legislative measures are there. Constitutional laws are there. Enactment of laws, that is important. You should know social reforms. The timeline of the social reforms, it's important for you. The timeline or the chronology of the peasant uprisings, tribal uprisings, civil uprisings, that is important for you. Or the chronology of these various events in the Indian freedom struggle, that is important for you. Or the chronology or timeline of various committees and commissions, important for you. Okay, so certain reforms are there, events are there, the timeline is very important for you. You must know the timeline. So here, Deccan Riot, Sandal Rebellion, Birsa Munda Revolt, Indigo Revolt. What is your answer? What is your answer? C is the answer. Okay, what comes first? What comes first? Okay, then is that the Sandal Rebellion is the same which is regarded as Ulgulan? No, that is Birsa Munda Revolt. Okay, so Ramba Rebellion, Munda Rebellion, or the Sandal Rebellion, Bill Rebellion, Khasi Rebellion, some important rebellions are there. Peasant uprisings are there, tribal uprisings are there, go for it. That's very important for you. Now coming to question number 6. Yeah, this is third battle of Panipat. Just look into this. Rohilkhand chief and Awadh Nawabs sided with the Marathas in the third battle of Panipat against Ahmad Shah Abdali. Can you apply any kind of the common sense here? What kind of the common sense you apply? Yes, other than that, there is one of the most common sense is that which you can apply into the first statement. In order to eliminate the first statement, you can apply one sense. What is that? See, you know, this is in Western Ghats. This is the hilly, rocky areas. And the question is like, what was the main source of income for the Marathas? Do you think they conducted that settled agriculture for long? Or they conducted business? They conducted trade? One of the major source of income for the Maratha state was Chaud and Sardesh Mughi. You heard about it? Chaud and Sardesh Mughi collected from outside the Maratha state. Am I right? So obviously, these Rohilkhand Awadh, will you think that they will support these Marathas? Because they used to pay, they were forced to pay this Chaud Sardesh Mughi different taxes to these Marathas. Okay, so they wanted to eliminate this Maratha at any cost. There is no need for supporting these Marathas. In this war, there is no support to come from these Rohilkhand or Awadh Nawabs. Okay, the first one can be eliminated. Third battle of Panipat was part of this Buxar 1764. So there also you must have the basic sense, you know, basic sense when this Panipat the first happened, when this Buxar happened. Panipat the first happened, Panipat the third happened, 1761. Buxar is in 1764. Am I right? And the parties involved is also totally different. Okay, there is no connection between that this battle of Panipat and this Buxar battle. So both the statements are incorrect or not correct. Your answer has to be. They're asking for the correct one, so your answer is Delhi only. Am I right? Go for the next one. Consider following statements with regard to moderates of Indian National Congress. Moderates of, so this basic sense you must have. What is the demands, or what was this? What was the way of functioning of the moderates, extremist revolutionaries, and these Gandhians? That idea you must have. Moderates, coming to moderates. What was the major? Do you think moderates ever demanded for Swaraj? Swaraj ne vendi avaru demand edirno. They never demanded for Swaraj. Okay, their major demand, you know, that is in the form of political concessions or maybe reservations and all. That was and they believed in that loyalism to British or extending support to British, or they believed with the support of the British we can progress scientifically, economically, educationally, we can progress. So here demands of moderates included Indian control over the public purse, They believed that presence of British administration was important for political progress of India. Gopal Krishna Gokhale published these new lamps for all in this Hindu Prakash for the cause of the moderates. You may be no idea, you may not have the idea about Hindu Prakash, but you have idea about new lamps for all for sure. Am I right? New lamps for all, new lamps for all. This is something a work of Aravindo Ghosh. Am I right? Yes, you eliminate that one. This is not the work of G.K. Gokhale. This was work of this Aravindo Ghosh. So you eliminated C and D here, and what is left with you is A and B. And the same sense is applied here. In A and B, what is common here? One is common. So one is automatically, it is correct statement. Now check the validity of the second one. They believed that the presence of British administration was important for political progress of India. Generally, the general statements, gonna be right only. Am I right? Whenever the general statements are there, most in the cases, they are right statements only. And also this is a fact. This is a fact that moderates believed British presence is required for India's progress, political progress. Okay. So that is one of the biggest mistake, and that was one of the biggest ideology of the moderates. So here your answer has to be 1 and 2 only.